back to another EDH deck tech. My name is Scott, and I've been really looking forward to this one. So Mortarion, Daemon Primarch, not one I was actually interested in when I was doing my original review. I thought it was too expensive, it required too many hooves, but as I was kind of brewing around and playing with it and seeing, okay, what is this commander really doing? It really started to tickle my juices, right? It's asking to do something that I really like to do in Magic, and that is life loss, and getting a reward for that life loss, you know, power at any cost. So I've really enjoyed that. You know, it reminds me of Villas Broker of Blood and Crick Son of Yawgmoth, both two decks that I really have enjoyed. But this one's kind of doing it in a different way. So it is a 6-mana commander, so already very expensive. So I really need to ramp out as fast as possible. And then you have to pay mana into the X cost, X being how much life you've lost. So it's asking for a lot of you, right? A lot of mana. So it's been interesting because it's not like Villas with drawing cards and things like that. This one is going more of a token strategy, which is another strategy that I really enjoy. I found that pretty much it's get the commander out and then start producing tokens. All I do is just mass produce tokens after that, right? So I've really been enjoying this. So let's go through the deck. First up, so there will be a lot of similar feels to a Villas kind of deck, where we want to have life loss, and we want to be able to control that life loss. Now, I've opted for life loss in the 1 life kind of category, or at least repeatable 1 life. There are things that, you know, will do 3 life and things like that, but I really tried to narrow it down to just 1 life at a time, just so that I can, you know, min-max what X is going to be. Unspeakable Symbols one where it's 3, it's just a repeatable 3 life loss, and I felt like that was too much when I was testing it. So ones that are 1 life, I've really opted for. So Blood Celebrant, it's only there to pay life, right? It's going, you're going to put black mana in and you're going to get mana of any color. Doesn't matter to us. We just want to lose 1 life, and it's 1 mana, right? Super cheap. Reanimate. We have lots of creatures in this deck, some big ones. So we do want to, you know, be able to bring those creatures back, have a bit of redundancy there. We are playing Villas, and this works really well with Villas Broker of Blood. So, you know, just great with that life loss. Aghanim's Awakening. This is a land, right? So this is a land. I'm not really interested in the front part, but it's a land that lightning bolts me, right? So it's a land that then I can create 3 tokens with. Really nice. Mischievous Poltergeist, pay 1 life. It's going to regenerate. Sure, I don't care. But it's more that I just want to go, okay, how much mana do I have left and how many tokens can I make? Wall of Blood, same thing. This one can actually get quite large to defend if you really needed to. But Mortarion, I am kind of doing it because it's on your end step, so it's more on my turn. A lot of sorcery speed stuff. All my turn things. So, you know, but if you need to block, sure. Defiler of Flesh, not really a card that I was particularly interested in, but it's actually been quite nice in here. We have a lot of black permanents, so it's been quite nice. Also, just to get our commander out, you know, 1 turn earlier, which is great, and it is 1 turn earlier plus, you know, allow us, if we have the extra mana, to you know, create tokens. So I've actually quite liked it. 4 mana has been good. Street Wraith, free. It's just a free card. You know, I'm going to pay 2 life, draw a card, then I'm hopefully have 2 mana to create 2 tokens. Great. Bolas of Citadel. Bolas of Citadel actually been really good. If any deck that really utilizes Bolas of Citadel, it's been this one. The reason being, you don't have to pay for the mana cost of things. You pay with it with your life, which means that if I untap with a Bolas of Citadel, I have all my mana still open. Right, I've paid a bunch of life into decks and into cards, and I've just then spent all my mana just creating tokens. So really nice. Crick Son of Yawgmoth, you know, Phyrexia mana, fantastic with this. Razaketh the Foul-Blooded, so pay 2 life, just search. You know, we have a lot of tokens, so this is great for that kind of effect. Okay, so that was a life loss. Now, life gain. We need a lot of life gain in this deck to kind of help circumvent that life loss, obviously. So Yara is really good because we're gonna get 1 life for each token that comes in, which is really nice, right? So if I do this, I spend 6 mana creating 6 tokens, then I'm gonna get 6 life back, which has been really, really nice. 1 for each. Thrasher Brute. So another one that's kind of like a Yara, but this one is specifically for warriors. So it and other warriors, the warriors in our deck, our tokens, they're all warriors, right? So we're getting 6 warriors. It's actually been quite nice. This was a late edition. I've actually quite liked it. Great Merchant of Asphodel. A lot of black permanents, a lot of black pips. So Devotion really good. Can kind of help as another win condition. Eternity Vessel. This one's really a cool one. So 6 mana is going to come in. It's going to be whatever X is, and then every time we play a land, so we're going to be wanting to hit our land drops, and we're just going to want to be that life total. Of course, we want to spend our life and then do our land drop, so that our life total goes back to what X was. But this one's been a nice, interesting card. It's probably on the expensive side, but it's been okay. Maggots of the Mirror. I love life swap effects, right? So when I talk about life gain in Mono Black, I'm talking about life swap. It's just such a fun way of playing Magic, not for your opponents, just to exchange life totals. So when you're 10 and they're 40, just exchange. Now this one, of course, is a tap ability, so your opponents aren't going to see it. Must be done in upkeep, so you're not really going to usually pay mana in your upkeep, but you can obviously get it down real low. If you have something like your Wall of Blood on the field, you can do that in your upkeep because Mortarion is a end step trigger. So that's been nice, but this one is quite telegraphed. So it's probably one of the worst ones of that effect. Soul Conduit. We're playing a lot of mana in this, so getting to 12 is not too bad. But man, I just love this kind of effect, but it's in there just to swap our life. Repaying Time, another one where we can get our life really low, hopefully like with say Eternity Vessel on the board, play our land drop, then we pump up back to X, right? But all our opponents are down to 10 or something like that. So Repaying Kind, really, really nice. Profane Transfusion, another nice one. So yep, just straight life swap and you get a token, sure, whatever, but it's here to life swap, which is really, really nice. And then Torment of Hellfire. So we are again, of course, trying to get a lot of mana, because we have a 6 mana value commander and we are using that mana to create tokens. So Torment of Hellfire is a nice alternative win condition to that, because we are just creating a lot of mana in general. So that's been nice. Okay, so more life loss, but in our card draw category. So the great thing about Mono Black is our card draw usually comes with life loss. A lot of that is around death triggers, but there's been quite a few printings that allow for life loss and just generic card draw, which has been really, really great. It really supports this kind of deck. Dark Confidant obviously being an older card, but just super cheap, and we're going to lose life, which is great. King Jewels, another one, essentially Dark Confidant, but your opponent will also get a card. So we will lose the life of our opponents. But, that hopefully they've built, streamlined good decks. Ours has some big hitters in it, like Profane Transfusion. We can hit them for a lot. Yeah, really, we're hoping to just get hit for, a few, and then we can create tokens. Night's Whisper. Just really nice, solid, lose 2, draw 2, sign blood, targets another player, but usually targeting ourselves. Black Market Connections, one of the MVPs, great. This one, I'm really trying to get a treasure and draw a card. So that 3 life loss has been really, really nice. Phyrexian Arena, simple, lose a life, which is great for that draw card. Read the Bones, another one, lose 2 life, we get to scry on this one. Talamander Nurgle, this one's one I've been testing with and have been enjoying, because it is, if a creature died this turn, draw a card. Now we have a lot of
token synergies, and some death synergies as well. So this one's been interesting. I've liked it. I don't know, this might be one of the weaker ones. There are a lot of these kind of creature dies, draw a card in mono black now, but this one does lose a life, which has been interesting. But I have yet to try to get to the 7, but I'm still playing with this one. But if you've got something else that you like in this spot, you can definitely do that. Dread Presence, it draws a card and loses a life, which is great. We are playing a lot of swamps, a lot more swamps than I generally play, so that's good. But there is also a bit of life gain just in case. It's nice. Pact Weapon, been an interesting one. We have a big flying 5/6 commander, so swinging out with that has been okay. And we get to obviously lose that life and draw a card, which is great. And the kind of the first part where we don't lose the game, it's a bit of flavor text. I find that Pact Weapon is just really susceptible to removal in general, and once that's been removed, then you're going to lose the game anyway. But really it's to have another kind of make our commander more of a threat, and it has been nice. Raider Spoils, it's been an interesting one. So our tokens are all going to get +1/+0, sure. But they are warriors, and whenever they attack, whenever they deal combat damage, we're going to get a card because we're going to pay 1 life, right? So our tokens are then producing the life loss to facilitate more tokens. So it's been really nice. Yawgmoth's Transposition, so we have a lot of tokens, so we want to kind of do something with them. It also allows for that life loss. The proliferate is not really important, but it also allows to make those tokens into more card draw, which is really nice. Stinging Stash, we have a 6-mana commander, so this one's been really good. This one is instant, so it's not really going to facilitate your tokens, but it allows me to kind of set up for the next turn. Villa's Broker of Blood, absolutely amazing in this deck. It's an amazing card in general. We are pretty much almost all our cards are losing life, so we're going to draw those cards, which has been really, really nice. So protection. So we do need to protect our Mortarion. It is pretty much the center of this deck. So we want to kind of keep it around. So Malakir Rebirth, it loses life. So it's even better than it would normally be, but it is on tap land on the other side, which is great. Undying Evil gives us, just gives us Undying, which is nice. You can play any one of kind of these effects. There's lots of these, Feign Death, for instance. So, whichever one you like. But yeah, just something that's just nice, easy. If someone's done a board wipe, bam, I can get it back. Lightning Greaves, nice Shroud. I'm not really targeting my commander too much. Netherborne Altar. I've wanted this card to be in a deck for so long. I've put it in so many decks, and I just, have to take it out because it's not particularly good. But in this one, very good, right? So it is 3 life they were losing, which is, okay. That's kind of what we want to do. But after our first cast, we can just use Netherborne Altar just to kind of keep putting it in our hand, which is great. So, and just the 3 life loss. So, it's turn 6, 7, whatever. We have 8 mana. We're going to play this. This one's already out. We're going to, we've already lost our commander. We can just play it for 6 and then have that 3 life loss, which facilitates our tokens and kind of have a board back ready to go. So I've actually really liked it. And then Swiftfoot Boots for Hexproof. Okay, ramp. So we do need a lot of ramp in this deck because we need a 6-mana commander and then we're paying X, right? So Bubbling Muck being really, really nice just to double our swamps. We have a lot of swamps. Dark Ritual, really, really great. Wayfarer's Bauble just to get those swamps out. Arcane Signet, nice 2-mana rock. Felwar Stone, people playing black, very common. Jet Medallion reduces all of our black spells, which is great. Mind Stone can draw a card, which is nice. These are all the 2-mana rocks that I usually put in. Thought Vessel, not really too relevant, but it is 2-mana rock. Ashnod's Altar, probably one of the better cards in the deck.
The reason being is that those tokens can then just be sacrificed, right? So this is where the Talisman of Nurgle comes in, the Torment of Hellfire comes in, right? We can just turn those into more tokens, right? So we kill off, so, you know, we've lost 5 life, we kill off, you know, our tokens, or say 6 life, kill off 3 tokens that we've already had, and now we're making 6 tokens, right? So it's going to facilitate that mana that we can put back into our tokens, which has been really, really great. Burnished Heart, just to get those swamps out. Crypt Gas, double our swamps, fantastic. Scepter of Eternal Glory, this one I've been enjoying. This deck, I haven't got through the mana base, but you'll see why in a second, that it has a lot of mana fixing. I know it's a strange comment in mono black. So having a lot of swamps is actually very easy in this configuration. So I've actually found that this turns on very easily. So it's been nice. 4 mana, you know, taps free. It's been actually good. It really helps with the turn to get Mortarion out, because in theory I have 5 lands plus that. You know, hopefully I've lost 2 life somehow. I can then, you know, pay the 2 mana. Solemn Simulacrum, nice, gets our swamps out and draws a card. Maggots of the Coffers, you know, Cabal Coffers on a creature, which is great. We have a lot of swamps. Marshland Bloodcaster. If you've seen my Villas kind of deck, or my I put it in something else, I can't remember now. I love this card. It is so cool. I wish it wasn't 5 mana. I wish it was like 3 mana. Might be too good if it was 3 mana. But just paying 2 just to play our next spell, which can be our commander, right? So play this on 5. Then next turn, tap 2, play our commander. We've lost 6 life. The other 4 mana in theory that we have, I guess, can just be made into tokens. So I love this card. It's so cool. I wish it was cheaper. Okay, removal. Still need plenty of good removal. So Defiled, nice and cheap. We have lots of swamps. Feed the Swarm to deal with enchantments that we can't normally deal with. Infernal Grasp just destroys a creature, just playing out, and we lose 2 life, which then makes 2 tokens. Meathook Massacre, just to kind of help with some of that life loss. We have a lot of tokens, so those tokens are dying. You can get quite a wide board, so this helps as a kind of a board wipe, and B, you know, kind of life gain. You know, I say those, you know, because it's a modal, I guess, kind of way, so it's not good at any one of those, but because it's on 2, it can do both. It's a decent card. Murderous Rider, it loses 2 life, destroys a creature or planeswalker, which is nice, and it can be a, you know, creature with lifelink, which being okay. Soul Shadow, nice and simple. Each opponent sacrifices, usually their, you know, highest CMC thing is, you know, the thing that you want to get rid of anyway. So just a nice 3-for-1. Toxic Deluge, just simple. We pay life, and everything is -X, so around indestructible. Damnation, just destroy all creatures, nice and simple. Deadly Rollick, exile target creature, great. We do want our commander, so, you know, it's usually turned on for free. Hagra Mauling, it's a land on the other side, so tap land, so really, really nice. And then Mutilate, nice and simple. -X for each swamp, which we have. Snuff Out, we will definitely have a swamp, and it costs life, so pretty good. Okay, lands. So a little bit different. I've got a bunch of lands that cost life, right? So I want lands itself that cost life. A, because it doesn't require a spell for me to lose life. And B, sometimes the loss of that life can create a mana source that can produce the token, right? Which I'll go through. So Castle Locthwain, nice and simple. Draw a card, lose the life equal to the amount of cards in my hand. You know, if I'm desperate for cards, I can just do that. Lose 4 life, create 4 tokens. So really nice. If near Deadlands, really, you know, the third ability there, not too relevant, but pay 1 life just for a mana source. Great, right? We're paying the life that is the mana source that will produce the token. That's the kind of effect that I want. Thrand Portal. This card I was not really interested in at all until this deck, right? It is a swamp, which is great for Cabal Coffers, Mutilate, Defile, a Maggots of the Coffers, you know, all those kind of effects. It doesn't come in tap, unless you have a control 2 or fewer. So that's interesting. And of course, you lose a life activating it. So essentially, it's the same as if near dead lands. War Room, another one. Pay 4, lose 1, draw a card, which is nice. Okay, the reason I say mana sources that lose life that produce the mana to create the tokens is I'm playing off-color fetch lands. Yep, I got all 5 off-color fetch lands that pay life, right? So when I talk about mana fixing in mono black, this is what I'm talking about. Pay 1 life, you get a swamp, which is then the 1 mana to pay for the token. So Bloodstained Mire, Marsh Flats, Polluted Delta, Prismatic Vista, Verdant Catacombs. Just simple, because they don't require, they're not spells, right? So they just simple life loss. They just create the token. It's great. Okay, Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, make everything swamps. Very fantastic. Strip Mind. I always play a mana destruction land in my decks. Ghost Quarter, Strip Mind, Wasteland, whatever. You might be able to get away with a bit more in this one, I think. But yeah, always play something. Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx, Devotion, very simple in this deck. We have a lot of like single black pips, so we need a few permanents, but still very good. Muted Landscape, help for the ramp, get those swamps out. Cabal Stronghold, we're playing a lot of swamps, and we have a lot of mana fixing for those swamps, so it's actually pretty good. Cabal Coffers, fantastic. Again, a lot of swamps. Bajuka Bog, that exile effect's been really, really great. And then 18 swamps. So 18 is a lot less than I normally play, but because we have a lot of mana fixing, it's 18 or 19, I can't remember. We have a lot of mana fixing. It's actually been really good. And this is less swamps than I play normally, but with Scepter of Eternal Glory, I've been consistently turning it on just due to those mana fixing. Oh yeah, that's right. Thrand Portal is a swamp as well. So yeah, Mortarion has been a lot of fun. One I'm definitely keeping. It's going to go in my cabinet for decks that I can play. So yeah, I've been really enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun. I really like life loss as a mechanic. It really invigorates the game. Your opponents are going to know what's happening, but I play it like the LGS, and the LGS, you have some opponents that feel that it's mean to attack people, right? So I'm taking advantage of that. So yeah, your opponents will soon switch on. But I've been enjoying this deck, and I hope you do too. Thanks for watching.